Good morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon of Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Sure appreciate you tuning in on this Christmas Eve broadcast.
You
Is that
can't
right?
do that yet. No.
Is it Christmas Eve?
No, not yet. It's Friday Eve for us.
It is Friday Eve, kind of, yeah.
Because tomorrow will be our Friday, our
tomorrow's the
last day.
last day of the year for us.
Yeah,
After that, you get a litany of fill-ins, special programming, and good stuff. But tomorrow's going to be a special show. We generally break out all the Christmas stuff in one fell swoop. Steve is going to be here. The team will be back together for one big day to wrap the year up.
Thank you, Carrie Adams, for
Appreciate
filling in so that Steve could have a little time off. We appreciate him coming in last week and today as well.
Yeah, man. Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158. These are the guys who are going to come out, take that tree down, right down to the ground, ground up that stump, and make it so that it's just a bunch of sawdust. They'll throw some dirt over the top of it. It's like the tree was never there. Before long, grass grows, and it's like, wasn't there a tree there at one point? No, there's never been a tree there as far as you know. That's the thing about Alabama Tree Pros. They have that power. They can also just, trim up the top of the tree if that's what you want. You got those limbs that are rubbing up against the window or the side, maybe the shingles of the roof, and you need that taken care of. This is what they do. They're really genuine professionals who this is what they do. It's not like a guy who, like a jack of all trades who just happens to have a chainsaw, so he joins the group. No. These are highly trained professionals. This is what they do, and it's all they do, and they're very, very good at it. The estimate lower than the other guys. You're going to like that. So give them a call, 308-4158. Have them come by. Give your situation the once-over and come to a conclusion about what is going to work best for you, whether it's a trim job or taking the whole thing down. They'll be happy to help. Alabama Tree Pros, alabamatreepros.com, 308-4158. Let's see here. The NFL Chicago Bears are seriously considering leaving Illinois.
What?
Yep. They are signaling that they may take their search for a new stadium beyond Illinois, citing frustrations with state and local political leaders, warning that stalled legislation has jeopardized plans to keep the franchise in the Chicago area. Mayor Brandon Johnson is fit to be tied. But I'm sure some of it also has to do with the fact that the city is no longer as attractive as it once was. I mean, it's been going downhill. They had a chance a couple of years ago to bring in a mayor who was going to be pro-police and anti-crime, and they decided to go the other way. They got the guy who was pro-crime and anti-police, and you see how that has turned out for them. For several years, the Bears have warned that remaining in downtown Chicago may not be viable without a new stadium and updated infrastructure. The team has explored relocation options within the region, including a move to nearby suburbs, but negotiations and required government actions have slowed considerably. State lawmakers in Illinois would need to approve zoning changes, infrastructure funding, and property tax arrangements, but those steps have not materialized.
Well, and even if they get going now, you're looking at another, if you're talking about building a stadium, probably 4 or 5 years.
More than that, maybe.
So they're probably like, now let's go someplace else where, maybe we can get those, zoning things approved and tax agreements made and arrangements made, and somebody that really wants to make it happen can do it fairly quickly. But it sounds like Chicago's dragging their feet. You're gonna lose the Bears.
The Bears.
No, you can't lose the Bears.
Bears.
That'd be bad.
High taxes, crumbling infrastructure, overregulation. At some point, people have to stop voting for this nonsense, says Joshua D. Phillips. They are looking, the Bears are, and moving to northern Indiana. They would still be able to get the Chicago crowd, Folks would probably still drive across the state lines to go there. They'd also get the Indiana crowd. And really, if you live in the Midwest, you understand that most of the fandom of teams is very regional. It's not so much just within the city. It's really kind of the area. There are people in southern Wisconsin who are huge Bears fans. And you go like, well, why don't you root for Green Bay? Well, I grew up watching the Bears on TV. That's WGN would come pouring into my TV, and there it was, Bears games every Sunday. So, of course, I'm going to be a Bears fan. It's just how it is. So, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. I understand that folks get angry when you start talking about using municipal funds to build a stadium because they're like, well, that team's got billions of dollars. That owner's got billions of dollars. But think about what it does for the city. The economic generation, that is created. When I was in Orlando, they were looking at doing a renovation on 3 different pieces of property. One was the Citrus Bowl, which was just ghastly. I mean, it was concrete. You were basically were sitting on concrete. That's how bad it was. It was very old. I would put it in the slightly worse than Legion Field category, yet still being used twice a year. Had the Camping World and the Capital One Bowl there every year, Fiesta Bowl, whatever it was, Citrus Bowl. Anyway, then they had something that was somewhat like the BJCC, the concert hall. They were going to renovate that. And then there was a baseball field where the semi-pro team played, and they were going to renovate that. And they started working on it, and they went like, we only have so much money. We got to figure out which one of these things we're going to renovate. The Amway is good. We just rebuilt the Amway, so the Magic play there, Orlando Magic play there all the time. They're doing okay. Let's take a look at what kind of economic impact does the concert hall have? What kind of economic impact does the baseball field have? What kind of economic impact does the Fiesta Bowl? Get a load of this. The Citrus Bowl, with 2 events there every year, dwarfed the other 2 in economic impact. Dwarfed them. They were like, all the money goes to the Citrus Bowl. They used all the money to renovate the Citrus Bowl. That's what kind of an economic impact having a really nice stadium. And think about that when you have a team. You've got the Chicago Bears there. You can also have concerts there. You can do a ton of stuff there. And this was just 2 events that were happening in Orlando every year. And that was a massive amount of economic activity that was created by that. People came in from out of town. They stayed in hotels.
Yeah, and I think with having a mayor in place in Chicago like Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's apparently freaked out over this and thinking about what he's going to do. But you didn't have a plan. You knew that the stadium needed improvements, that you needed to renovate it. What's the long-term plan? And that's part of the problem with this mayor, is that he is so far left, he doesn't have any forward thinking about this. And I think the Bears, that organization, it's not a bad idea to really consider moving someplace else. And I think you're right about the fan base. Even if they went to Indiana, that fan base would probably still be there. A lot of people probably wouldn't like it, but that Bears fans right now are probably clamoring toward this mayor going, do something to save this, do something to keep the Bears here. But he's probably like, I don't know, what are we going to do? How are we going to come up with the money? And, there's no place to build a new stadium. We'd have to, if you really want it all new, we'd have to tear it down and start over.
Do you want to be the guy that drove the Bears off, though?
Ooh,
I would say no.
I wouldn't want that on my watch.
You need to figure this out. The problem with Brandon Johnson and probably most of the Chicago City Council is the same problem you're about to have with Zoran Mamdani, which is, we're going to regulate the snot out of you. We are going to tax you endlessly. You billionaires, you millionaires, it is time for you to start paying up. We've had it with you, riding on our backs. And New York hey, where are you going? Hey, why are you leaving? No, come back. What did we say? And Brandon Johnson is in the same boat. He's just like, well, you have to stay here, and you have to stay under our terms. And Chicago's, the Bears are like,
don't.
Watch us.
Yeah.
Watch us go. Oh, I don't understand. There's no
and again, the economic loss for the city of Chicago,
huge,
without the Bears,
huge.
And that stadium, if they don't do anything with it, that's pretty bad. So again, he's playing defense right now. There's no offensive plan as far as the mayor goes for Chicago.
I find him pretty offensive,
and I don't blame the Bears for going, hey, we're going to find another home, and it's not going to be here. That's too bad for Chicago.
Could be a head fake, though, just to try to get their
get their attention and go do something and do it now.
At the same time. 9:15 with Dixon and Vining. Normally, we would have Steve here, and he would have a Steve's Turn next. Instead, we're doing 12 solid minutes of dead air. That's the...
No? That's a terrible idea.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, then we'll come up with something to put there instead. 9:21. Dixon of Vining. Talk 99.5, talk995.com, and Talk 99.5 TV. YouTube.com. Go to Real Talk 995 TV. There will be. And you can actually see us live and in person if that's something that inspires you or is interesting at all. Knock yourself out.
Some days, yes. Some days, not so much.
Yeah.
We got our Christmas attire going.
Trying to keep things lively.
Richard
and
with
upbeat
his
there.
jacket.
Yeah, man.
Stay Jolly shirt underneath.
Stay jolly, my friends.
I've got my Christmas shirt on.
Joy wanted to know if I glow in the dark. Not today, but maybe tomorrow.
You're getting close.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, almost there.
I might have a glow in the dark jacket tomorrow.
That'll be all right.
See.
That'll be good. The gift that keeps on giving and the guys that make it happen every day. Here's the thing. So many of you do not like to deal so much with a car dealership when it comes to trading in a vehicle, and you don't have to anymore. You've got a choice to deal with somebody here locally that's going to take good care of you and get the most value that they can out of your used car, your truck, your SUV. That's what it's about. Visit Facebook, go to Birmingham Broker, and learn a little bit more about Craig and Keith that are there to help you and their entire staff there. They've got a lot of guys working back there, making things happen. But it's all about making sure that you feel comfortable about having your car sold through Birmingham Broker before you move on to your next vehicle, whatever that might be. So if there's a car sitting in the driveway, maybe you don't drive much, maybe you inherited a vehicle from someone that passed away in the family, or maybe you've got a classic car that's sitting in the garage and you're just like, man, this thing is taking up room, it's collecting dust, and I need to get rid of it, but I don't want to deal with selling it myself. Perfect. You're exactly who they want to talk to. Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker, 2224 4th Avenue South. Go by and see these guys. Let them take a look at your vehicle first, and then they'll sit down with you. And Craig has said it 100 times. It's a 10 or 15-minute process. Doesn't take long. He'll come up with that number. You guys agree on that number because, once again, he wants you to feel good about what you're doing and to be very transparent in this entire process. BHAMBroker.com. Check out their website and go see them and wish them a Merry Christmas because they're wonderful people. Birmingham Broker, 2224 4th Avenue South.
In the Never Say Never file, we have Daniel Day-Lewis, who retired from acting after his last film. So that's it for me. I'm done. Don't want to do any more acting. I've reached my limits. I'm going to go off, be a cobbler somewhere. Something like that. Well, he's back.
Yeah. Couldn't stay away.
He couldn't stay away, maybe because the director of the film who asked him, begged him to be in it, happens to be his son, Ronan Day-Lewis. And the film is called Anemone. Anemone.
Ooh.
Like, with friends like that, who needs anemones?
Anemones,
yeah.
Yes.
According to reviews, despite a few bumps, Anemone emerges as a poetic, intense, and visually astonishing film. Both father and son Day-Lewis have something to take pride in this Christmas. There's a little rundown of the plot here. I read it, and I was like, nope.
Doesn't sound good?
Don't think I'll be bothering with that. For the first 20 minutes, there's no dialogue.
20 minutes?
When the conversation finally arrives, there's initially a lot of talk about fecal matter, an easy way to generate shock. As the story progresses, generally as a two-hander, it emerges as a profane take on Waiting for Godot. No, I'm done. That's it.
Doesn't sound.
You've talked me out of it. Good job. By the way, can I be honest? I've never really understood why Daniel Day-Lewis was considered this phenomenal actor. I watched Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tommy Lee Jones was every bit as good as Daniel Day-Lewis in it. I didn't really see anything so remarkable about Daniel Day-Lewis. Last of the Mohicans, Gangs of New York, There Will Be Blood. I've watched all of these movies with him in them. I'm missing this genius that he's supposed to be. I'm like, I don't get why he's supposed to be so great.
Yeah.
He looks to me as good. I'm not saying he's bad.
No, but he's just not your cup of tea, as they say.
He seems to be as good as or as bad as pretty much any other actor working today. I think because he's been very choosy about his roles. But, you know, you want to impress me? Give me a good Jack Nicholson movie.
Oh, yes.
I'll watch a Nicholson movie anytime. I love Christopher Walken in almost anything, but he made some really bad decisions along the lines. He's been in some real crap.
Well,
yeah.
Again, there may be people out there that love Daniel Day-Lewis and they love his body of work.
All right.
And they'll go see this in a heartbeat. You know, there's plenty of actors or actresses. Hey, we flock to that theater because we really like this person as an actor or an actress.
Is there
And it sounds like this one's off your list.
is there somebody about whom you would say, if he's in it, I want to see it, or she?
For a long time it was Liam Neeson because
Yeah.
I love him as an actor.
Yeah.
Schindler's List, I thought he was phenomenal, and then all the other what were the movies?
The Taken movies.
The Taken movies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've always really liked the way, politics aside,
Yeah.
you have to push that aside.
Sure. Yeah. You can't think about that.
Yeah, who
I
is
don't-
it that you really like?
I'm not sure I've ever seen him in anything that I didn't like. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been in something I don't like. It just means I've never seen him in something that I don't like. I thought he was hilarious in A Million Ways to Die in the West. He was the bad guy. Did a really good job there. Polar, as I've mentioned, not Polar. There was another one, Cold Pursuit. Really, really good. Funny, dark comedy. He's great in that. Yeah. I would say Liam Neeson definitely. For me, Denzel Washington. If Denzel Washington is in it, I'm like, I want to see it.
It's probably good.
It's
if he's in
almost
it.
certainly
Yeah.
going to be good.
Mhm.
It may have a little political undertone or something like that. Whatever, I just think the guy's a great actor. James Cameron continues proving that aging movie franchises never, ever die. But, here's to me the kiss of death. You got to be so careful about this because Avatar Fire and Ash did not do so well over the weekend.
No.
The Way of Water opened to 134 million. Fire and Ash did not quite break 90 million in its debut weekend. Yeah. So little by little, these things are falling as time goes by. And I think that's true a lot of times here they got the Terminator rundown. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machine, $150 million. Terminator Salvation, $125 million. Terminator Genesis, $89 million. Terminator Dark Fate, $62 million. You notice the trend here.
Yes, it's easy to see.
One of the quickest ways to kill a franchise is something that James Cameron said before The Way of Water came out, which is, this is going to be a series of 5 movies.
You might want to
Yeah.
stop here.
So enough to
Fire and
make you
Ash
go,
might be the last one you need to do.
I think we're done here.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much. Who else said that was Kevin Costner about his American Saga. He was like, okay, so it's going to be 5 movies. And then no one went to the first one. He's like, okay, it might be 2 movies.
Don't start out saying it's 5. Let's make sure the first one's good enough to make a second one.
Exactly. I think when J.K. Rowling sat down and wrote the original Harry Potter and at the time, Philosopher's Stone, the English version, I think when she wrote that, she just kind of hoped it would sell. She had a vision for more of the story continuing and bigger ideas and concepts and everything. But she said, let's put this first one out there and see what happens. That's what you got to do. You got
Yeah, don't blow it up to the point that you think that what you're going to do is so great you don't even know yet.
It's going to be a series
don't
of
even know.
27 movies, and there's going to be a board game, and we're going to tie in with Coca-Cola products.
This is kind of like people texting that first quarter of the Alabama game. You got to
Exactly.
take the text back. It's
Yeah.
like just hang on a second, let the first one play out, and then then make your comment.
That's a good
And
plan.
Same thing
overall.
with the movies. It's
Yeah.
like, let's wait till the first one comes out, see how it sells, and then discuss. Is this a movie that we could make a second one,
Mhm.
or is that going to flop?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of, you're investing a lot of money and time to calculate that this thing is going to do well, and Avatar's not doing very good.
The third
I
one
feel
is
like the first one
more
they should have done one and been done.
Exactly. That would have been a great time
Yeah.
to stop. But, the money train doesn't slow down for anybody.
No.
Trump has announced the Patriot Games for the U.S.'s 250th anniversary. 2 high school athletes from each state will compete.
Just 2 from each state? I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah. So 100 participants, basically, 2 from each state. And I believe they put them in a dome, and it's a last man standing. It's
I don't think that's it.
oh, that's the Hunger
Richard.
Games. I'm sorry. I was confused.
Wrong thing. All these high school students or athletes going, I did want to be a part of that, but now that Richard said that, I'm changing my mind.
Maybe
I think
not
I'll pass.
so much. No, I think it'd be great. I would watch this. What are the competitions? Is it a track, field?
Probably. Maybe shot put? Huh? What do we got here?
They
What do
should
they
throw
have
in.
to do?
They should throw in like a spelling bee just to throw some guys off. Like, let's
A
get
little
that in there.
5K marathon?
Scrabble marathon. Here we go.
Scrabble.
Let's do it.
9:35. Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Merry Christmas, everyone. We are in it. We are deep in it. 3 days until Christmas. We are with you today and tomorrow. And then we have some special programming. The Mannheim group just puts together a great program that's going to be played on the 24th and 25th. So you can continue to listen to us. And then we'll have a best stuff show on Friday. And then next week will be all kind of crazy. Some working, some co-host, some filling in. So you'll get all kinds of different things next week as well. But we just want to wish y'all a very Merry Christmas and hope it's a wonderful, wonderful day.
Could someone explain that song we just heard? The "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus."
You didn't like that one?
What is the what's the claim here? Is Mama whore? What's going on?
Well, let's see. It's 3
Yes,
days
that is it.
before Christmas, and we could have little ones listening in the car right now.
What are you talking about?
And we might not want to blow Santa's cover, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's twice today, Richard.
I'm
not doing it. I'm not going there.
All I'm saying is that apparently a guy drops in the chimney and Mom is all over him. What's going on? Is she not being properly...
What is going on? Who are these
She's not being properly taken care of by her husband? I'm a little concerned about this. What's the deal with Santa Claus?
Can't do this. You have to leave that one alone.
Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valleydale Road next to Ragtime Cafe. If for some reason Santa fails to pick up the ring of your dreams, these are the people that you need to talk to. Maybe you get a little extra scratch for Christmas. Somebody drops some money off and you go, oh, now I know. I'm going to go over to Anthony and Company and get the piece of jewelry that I really wanted. Or, last minute, guys, I'm telling you, they got a huge selection. If you want to pop in today and just grab hold of one of the great diamonds, emeralds, amethysts, rubies, whatever they got, this is the time to do it with great low prices because they honestly are priced so low they can't afford to have sales. You'll notice they never have sales. I've never really understood these jewelry stores that every other week it's like, oh, my God, this is the biggest sale in our history. And you're like, really? So, in other words, your stuff is overpriced and you keep knocking the prices down every couple of weeks. Anthony and Company doesn't do that. They just have a super low price all the time. AnthonyCoJewelers.com on the web. Nicest people you could ever hope to meet. All repairs are done in-house if you want to do some of that. You want to update an older piece, they do that too. Stop by 2080 Valleydale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe. Anthony and Company Jewelers, my jewelers, should be yours. An over-the-counter nasal spray has been recalled for potential mold contamination.
Yikes. Once again, you don't need this in your sinuses. Then it goes to your brain. No, thank you.
Reboost nasal spray. Meda Natura New Mexico, Inc. is investigating the contamination, according to the Federal Drug Administration. Meda Natura New Mexico, Inc. is also recalling all lots of Clear Life nasal spray while the company investigates for microbial contamination that may be linked to high levels of I don't even know what that is.
Good luck with that.
Achromobacter? Achromobacter. Now you're just making stuff up.
Right. You know, between the eye drops and this nasal spray, both extremely dangerous. Because, again, you're talking about there were some people that went blind with the eye drops that were contaminated.
Yeah.
And now you've got this nasal stuff. And, again, you're talking about your face and your head and sinus cavities and things like that. This is extremely dangerous.
I have spent...
you got to get this right.
I've spent an inordinate amount of time in my life trying to avoid taking medicines I don't need. I still end up with a fistful of pills every morning and a fistful of pills every night. Now, some of that is stuff I'm taking voluntarily, like apple cider vinegar and fish oil and, things like that are supposed to help keep you young and in shape, and none of it is working, obviously. Nonetheless...
hey, think of what would happen if you weren't doing those
That's
things.
True. Technically, I have one pill I have to take in the morning, and I have two pills I have to take at night, and that's really what it comes down to. And so I'm trying to stay away from all the stuff that's not 100% necessary, unless you can say, all right, well, this is beneficial. It's supposed to be helping you in X, Y, or Z way. Nasal spray and eye drops does not fall into those categories for me. I mean, I'd stay as far away from those things as humanly possible.
The eye drops, I will on a great occasion. I mean, like this morning, I really could have used some. I felt like I had sand in my eyes. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's sleep, lack of.
Could be.
The other thing with nasal spray, like I will use like a saline rinse. If I know I've been around somebody, or I've taken a flight somewhere, a lot of times I will just use a saline rinse to rinse, and then maybe use something just to, help you along, and then that's it. But, some of these things people do use a lot more frequently. But think about that. I mean, if there's really something in it that is like bad for you in a way that it's got contaminants in it, that's really, again, it's not like, you've put some lotion, it's on your skin. We're talking about your sinuses that involve your brain and your eyes and your ears. There. It's all right there.
Right next to your brain.
It's all as important as whatever goes on around your heart.
Uh-huh.
You're like, oh, no.
Yikes.
I don't care for any of that.
Yeah, stay as far away from that as you can. Winter is almost here, a.k.a. snuggle season. How do you feel about hot chocolate? You like it?
I like hot chocolate.
I love me some hot chocolate, especially when it's got Bailey's in it. But Starbucks is teasing a new cookies and cream hot cocoa.
Yum.
What exactly is that? I imagine it's it's got kind of an Oreo flavor, cookies and cream.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Cookies and cream is what you call Oreo infused vanilla ice cream when you don't have the right to use the word Oreo. That's cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a little bit. I'm also thinking cookie dough. Is there a little of cookie dough in the cookies and
cookies and cream has
Oreos?
no. It's just Oreos.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookie dough has its own thing. Yeah. I like cookies and cream. I prefer the cookie dough ice cream. Basically, I would just eat raw cookie dough if that was healthy at all. It's not.
Careful there.
New drink is available at all Starbucks locations, but you won't find it on the menu. It's the latest drop for Starbucks' not-so-secret menu, which is only visible on the coffee chain's app. However, if you're not that much of a diehard Starbucks fan, the push notification announcing the customization sent users directly to a page on the app that lists the new cookies and cream hot cocoa recipe. Knock yourself out.
Well, I like some of their flavors, and I told you back in, I guess it was November, did some of the pumpkin latte, which I absolutely love.
The old PSL.
But again, a couple during the season, and then I'm done. It's not like it's something I need all year round.
Yeah.
But it is kind of refreshing to have something like that, or like their peppermint one is really good.
Ever since I got a Keurig, the hot cocoa is so much easier to make.
Yeah, no more getting out the hot water or the kettle or boiling water. You've got it all right there.
All that tedium of having to put heat underneath a pot with water in it. Oh, my God.
Tedium.
Oh, I'm exhausted
now
just
you
thinking about it.
Put the pod in there, and then you got your cup.
That's it. And I don't necessarily use the pod. I mean, because I bought 5 years ago, I bought a gigantic drum of Swiss Miss instant cocoa.
You can put it in the little pre-pods, or no?
No, I just put a spoonful. I just do the hot water.
And go.
And then I just throw a couple of spoonfuls in, and we're good to go with some Baileys.
And with Baileys, Do you do that before the show, or is that like
during? Sometimes.
During the
what
show?
Do you think is in here?
Just wondering. Checking, making sure.
What are you trying to say?
We're back to that Christmas song.
What are you suggesting?
Maybe we all need a little of that. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. It helps me get through the show. It would help our listeners a lot,
okay.
I think. McDonald's menu in the UK is teasing exciting new additions. This is just in the UK. Now, don't get too excited.
Okay. Well, maybe if it does well in the UK, it'll come here if it sounds good enough.
The Surf and Turf Burger.
What?
A bold sandwich that stacks beef patties with a crispy fillet of fish for a rich land and sea combination rarely seen on the chain's menu.
I don't know about this.
I don't know about this either.
I like them separated.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't say anything until I try it. Kind of like the McRib. I'm not doing that, though.
There was a land, sea, and air hack that people talked about because you may have heard of cover the kids' ears in the car. The McGangbang.
3, 2, 1. What?
The McGangbang. This is where you buy a double cheeseburger,
Okay.
not like the big one, just a regular double cheeseburger, and a chicken sandwich. And you take the chicken, so you separate the double cheeseburger, you put it on either side of the chicken sandwich, right?
Oh my
So
Lord.
now you got all that bread, and you got 2 beef patties, and you got chicken in the middle. Okay.
That That's crazy.
So later they came up with a land, sea, and air, which is where you throw a fillet of fish in there as well.
Oh,
and I
my
thought,
heavens.
you know what? I've actually had the first one. I won't repeat the
That
name
is
again.
crazy.
But I had the first one, and it wasn't terrible.
Uh-huh.
I thought, there's no way I'm putting a fillet of fish in there.
No.
That just seems like a
The
terrible
fillet
idea.
of fish needs to be by itself.
Yeah.
It really does. It has a certain flavor in the
Mhm.
sauce and the
Yeah.
bun and the cheese.
The
and
tartar
Just
sauces.
leave it. Just leave it well enough. Just leave.
The UK, by the way, has introduced a fillet of fish with 2 patties.
Too much.
Yeah, I think it's too much
It's
fish.
too much.
Too much fish. Or whatever that is.
You don't believe it's fish?
I don't know. The jury
You're
is
not
still
sure?
out on that one. I haven't
Do
eaten
you
a
ever
fillet of
buy?
fish in
Do you
forever.
ever buy the? Well, they're not fillet of fish, but the fish little patties that come in the freezer section.
No, because
in a box?
No, I'm not a
And
child.
take them home and.
No,
Well, kids won't eat that.
they won't.
No.
Why not?
Few kids will be like, "Oh, it's a fish sandwich. Oh, yeah, give me more of that." I'm talking real young. It's hard to get a kid to
I
eat
used to
anything.
love fish sticks when I
Yeah.
was a kid. That was like my favorite thing.
Do you know adults that don't like any fish?
I don't
Like, they
like
don't like-
salmon.
No salmon.
I don't like salmon.
Have you?
'cause it's-
Have you? I've got to ask this because so many people say that until you have it done right. And I've talked to you about me putting a dry rub on it and putting it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
And it's not fishy at all.
I think there is a processing problem with my body and salmon because I will eat it. I love it, by the way. I mean, I'll eat
I
it
do
and it'll be
too.
delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And for the rest of the afternoon, I'll be belching up salmon. The taste will not go away. It will stay with me late into the evening.
See, this is like me and green bell peppers.
Yeah, there's just like a processing
Green
thing that's not
peppers.
happening there. But when I was in Alaska, I had a little bit of salmon that was literally,
It's
I,
like
I think it had been
chicken.
flopping around about 6 hours before, or probably less.
wow.
And yeah, it was fantastic. And I did not have that problem.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay,
I don't know
this
because
might be something in the
when
fridge. Oh, it will
it
fill.
will linger for
Yeah.
3 days.
Oh yeah, I used to love that. I would put something in the crock pot. I don't do this much anymore. I don't know why. I've got 4 crock pots. I put something in the crock pot and start it before I'd go to work. And then when I got home, it would just be like, oh, the
Yeah.
aroma. I think it's because of the timing. Because I get home now, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:30, 2 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not going to sit down and eat a big heavy meal right now.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Well, and
for
it's
me.
not so much the house smelling like it. Like the last house, the master was not far off the kitchen, so the sheets and the pillowcase, everything smelled like a like pot roast. And I was like, I'm laying in this for 3 days. I don't care for this at all.
Dear diary, I dreamed about pot roast again last night. I don't know why.
I know why. Oh,
Cece's is attempting to make a comeback. We got
really?
a couple in town here.
Yeah. Don't we have one fairly close to us, or did that one close?
Cece's is, I think it's still there. Cece's is by no means gourmet, but that doesn't mean it's not concentrating on offering quality food at affordable prices, or so they say. Location. Restaurants that
We can't. It's the
ready to sign up, are you?
just asking.
Apparently, they're going to be bringing some new stuff out in the coming year. I have no idea what it is, but it's going to have to. I remember one time I went to Cece's because somebody I was with wanted to go there. And I was like, what are you, a child?
Well, I will
Okay.
tell you, it's a heck of a value.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
If you want to eat a lot of mediocre pizza for very little money, that's a good way to do it. No question about it. No question. But
There
I
it
walked
is.
in, and there was a sign there that said, take a whole pizza home for $9.99. And I went, whose favorite pizza is Cece's?
Look, you got a little league baseball team, and
Sure.
there's 10 of them.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to CC's.
Oh, bring it on.
It works great.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Uh-huh.
Again, because for kids, they don't
They
know the
don't
difference
care.
between
They
mediocre
really-
pizza
well,
and great pizza.
You know, they are getting a little
You know,
more
don't
sophisticated
don't
these days.
waste them at Troops.
No, No,
Don't take
that's
them
for
to
the
Vecchia
adults.
or something like
no,
that. Yeah.
Vecchia is
No,
for
no,
the for the adults
right.
too. Get your wine and your glass of beer to go with your
All right,
pizza.
kids, we're going to Tortugas. It's going to set me back $200 to feed you all, and you're not going to appreciate it.
That's right.
No.
You go to CC's.
9:51, Dixon and Vining. We got the Dixon and Vining question of the day coming up next. Swing it, baby. Yeah. Yeah?
Who's taking it twice? Gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
Tell me more.
Santa Claus is coming.
That fat cat
down.
coming to town, baby. Yeah. 9:57 Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5 Talk and 995.com. All right, fast. Let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
What is something that you always wanted for Christmas but never got? Carrie Adams wanted it for Christmas, never got it.
Motorcycle.
A motorcycle.
Yep, never got it.
Well, maybe your wife will come through this year.
Nah, she won't let me have one either.
Okay, thanks for nothing.
Everyone that loves him doesn't want him to have a bike.
What about you,
There's something
Valerie
to-
Fining?
I mentioned this, and then Spud came through and got it for me. So I
Right.
was an adult. I did receive it, but my whole childhood, I wanted one of the Lifesaver books.
Lifesaver
and I
books
never
of-
got. I think my brother got one. It's okay, Mom and
How
Dad,
mean,
we're good.
mean could you be?
But I
Jeez.
always wanted one of those, and now you see them everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a period of time you couldn't find them.
All right, now I know what to
Yeah.
get you.
No, I don't need it. It's
oh,
all
now
right.
you
It's
don't
all
want
good.
it. I
It's
see
all-
how things
It's all
are.
good. How about you, Richard?
Classic story, almost up there with the Halloween candy story. It's the year that I wanted a unicycle more than anything in the world. My friend Bruce had a unicycle. I was learning to ride it, and I thought, my problem is I don't have access to a unicycle. I need to have a unicycle. There was one at a bike store not far from my house. It wasn't that expensive. Begged my parents, got to have a unicycle. Please, need a unicycle. Went to Santa. I was already on the cusp of the questioning part, and I was like,
Yeah.
I need a unicycle. Got to have a unicycle, man. So one day I'm lying on the floor watching TV. My dad is wrapping a present on the pool table behind me, and he says, "Don't turn around. Don't look. You can't see. Don't look at this." I was like, "Okay." Oh. So I hear him rapping back there, and then the phone rings, and he has to go upstairs to answer the phone.
Richard, did you look?
He goes, "Don't look." I was like, "Of course not. Wouldn't look." Yeah. Second he's up the stairs, I turn around, look over there. He's got the thing half wrapped. It's a big old box, and all I could see was cycle. And I was like, "Yes, here it comes. I'm getting the unicycle." Christmas morning, I come down the stairs. There's the box with a name tag for my mom on it. I'm like, "What is this? There's got to be some sort of bait and switch thing at the end. They're going to be like, just kidding, it's for you." No, it was actually for my mom. It was an exercise bicycle. There were two very unhappy
jeez,
Dixons
Richard.
in the house that day,
I guess so.
as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My mother was like,
But you eventually later on.
"What made
Huh?
you think this was a good idea?
Yikes,
An
Dad.
exercise bicycle."
No, what are you trying to tell her?
Casey?
That's not good. Unless she asks for it, don't buy that.
I never did get my unicycle.
Oh,
Never got my unicycle.
your dad really messed up that Christmas.
Boy, oh boy, did he ever. I think he would have made us both happier by giving me the unicycle. It probably would have worked out better
That would have been a lot
in
better.
the long run. Got a lot of world peace, the occasional Red Ryder BB gun,
Yeah.
horse, a lot of motorcycles, Rolls Royce, world peace, brand new car with a big red bow. Sorry, Tracy. G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. Everybody wanted one of those. Mr. Potato Head, a new Harley. Sure.
The bike thing is, tricky.
My two front teeth. That's it for us. Back tomorrow for one last time, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to then Dixon and Vining.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.